Here to find out if they'd be able to fight on, families and victims of Northern Ireland's violent past hoping that a controversial new law on how those crimes would be addressed would be struck down. Nearly 4,000 people were killed in decades of violence. Under the Troubles Act, an independent commission would replace prosecutions, inquests and civil cases in examining past crimes. Crucially, it would have the power to grant amnesty to perpetrators who came forward and cooperated.
We welcome the findings from the court today, particularly in respect of the immunity from prosecutions.
At the High Court on Wednesday, the judge ruled that would breach victims' human rights under European law, preventing the possibility of their getting justice. He also struck down a ban on people pursuing cases in the civil courts.
We have failed victims for successive decades in Northern Ireland who have been fighting for the truth and justice to which they are entitled. The past remains the present for victims, and it will continue to do so until they get the truth and justice they're entitled to.
One of the cases under consideration was that of Seamus Dillon, killed by Protestant gunmen in 1997. His widow has long alleged there was collusion by British police. For now, the Act still prevents her from pursuing an inquest into his death.
This time last year, I had an inquest in front of me. I was pretty sure of my inquest. This time today, I'm standing. I don't think I'll have an inquest, but I continue to fight on. I continue to fight on till I get what I want. That's truth and justice.
The British government says it remains committed to a law it defends as promoting truth-telling and reconciliation. Its critics allege it was set up to protect former members of Britain's army and security services from prosecution. The government says it will take time to study the judgment, which could well end up in further appeals at higher courts. There's also a separate challenge to the law in the European courts by the Irish government. What happens next, though, is as much political as it is legal. There is a general election likely to take place in the autumn, with the opposition Labour Party, which has pledged to repeal this legislation, widely tipped to win. Between now and then, it's hard to see how this whole mechanism designed to address the Troubles can really operate. One legal expert I spoke to said it had been holed below the waterline. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Belfast.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.